Hi, I'm Amy the Medium, and I wanted to give you a little more information about what soul realignment is to help you better decide whether it's the right reading for you. Now, personally, I believe that everyone should have a soul realignment reading. They are so much more fulfilling than any psychic reading you could ever have, because it provides soul-level healing to so many of those issues that we carry throughout our lives. Now, that said, what is soul realignment? Essentially, it's a reading where I access your Akashic record to find out about the divine nature of your soul and how you, through choice, have really shaped your experience over many different lifetimes. And we'll look at how decisions you've made in different past lives can and still do affect you today. I mentioned the Akashic Records. What are those? Basically, it's a giant cosmic library. It contains the history of everything from the beginning of time right until now. And each one of us has our very own Akashic record, kind of like the book of you. And it's got the history of your soul, right from when your soul was created up until your current incarnation, and every decision you've ever made, including the tiny ones like what color socks will I wear today. Now, all this said, when I do the reading, I'm looking for very specific things within your record. I'm looking at your soul's makeup. When your soul was created, what sort of traits did you choose to express yourself? And then I also look for any sort of blocks and restrictions that hold you back from expressing your true divine self. And a lot of these blocks come from different past lives. And so we investigate very specific past lives to see how those negative choices that we've made affected us then, but then also continue to affect us now. And the last thing we do in the reading, which is the best part, is we clear all those blocks, so that they no longer affect you going forward in this incarnation. It's kind of like you get a clean slate, and you can express yourself as your true divine nature, the way that your soul was intended to be expressed, without having all of that baggage. Now, I want to give you an example of my own soul realignment reading to kind of give you an idea of the types of blocks that we look at and what to expect. Now, my soul was created with one energy that was called divine truth. Or is called that, I should say, because I still express it. What this means is I'm all about speaking my mind, standing up for what I believe in, standing up for what I think is right, what I think is true, speaking out for a right and wrong, really having a voice and standing up for myself. And it came out in my reading that I had 2 vows of silence that I had made over 2 separate lifetimes. Now, I won't go over the details of the lives because they are personal to me, but I can tell you that the way that these vows affected me is that it directly blocked me from expressing that energy of divine truth. So in my current lifetime, I've spent the majority of it remaining silent, especially if there's conflict, very much avoiding all arguments if possible. If I needed to stand up for myself, say for a promotion or a raise, I wouldn't do it. I would assume that actions spoke louder than words, which is not true. And so I would get passed over. Additionally, I wouldn't feel comfortable in relationships stating how I felt. Different things like that. And so since doing the soul realignment reading, which has been a couple of months now, I have found that I'm speaking up so much more than I ever have in my entire life. And truthfully, it is so refreshing. I feel so much more in alignment with myself, which is what this reading is about, right? Realigning our souls back to who we are at divine nature. I speak up for myself left and right. I will have an argument if an argument needs to be had. I will state my preference if I would like something or if I don't like something. I've even stood up for myself in the office, which is nice. Because I find that when you stand up for yourself, you're really expressing yourself and who you truly are, if you have that divine truth energy, which I do. But we'll find that out in your reading. So that's my story, but I have so many clients that have had wonderful and amazing changes in their lives since doing this reading, because they find that a lot of their blocks don't come from experiences in this life, but things that have happened in past lives. And now they have the tools to remove those blocks and to really get over those hurdles that have held them back from really having the fulfillment that they deserve in their lives. So that said, if you're curious about this reading, just book it. If you want to know about your past lives and some of the stories of things that have happened in your past, just book it. If you want to know about the divine nature of your soul and how your soul is actually made up, just book this reading. And also, I'm sort of stepping on my own toes here, but if you're considering a psychic reading, book this one instead. Because I kid you not, you will find answers to all of those questions that you have, and then some. So, as always, if you have questions, you can always email me and I'm happy to answer. But I do hope that helps you in your decisions, and I hope you have a beautiful day.